What's up, YouTube? For today's video, this is going to be your guide on how to use Rillaboom in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I'll be providing some competitive movesets and some fun meme movesets too. If there's a Pokemon you'd like to see me cover, let me know about it in the comment section of the video. If you enjoyed this series, if you want to support it, drop a like on the video and let's get into it. So earlier on, I think I did my last Hisuian Pokemon guide, or Legend Arceus Pokemon that got transferred over, which is Widear, so make sure you check that out. And since Rillaboom's coming out to raids, I think it's tomorrow, I thought I'd do an updated guide for Scarlet and Violet. Now, Rillaboom is taking a fat L in Scarlet and Violet, that's for sure, because it does not get Grassy Glide, which is really, truly its bread and butter. However, I still wanted to look and see if I could salvage something from Rillaboom, because I think it's an interesting Pokemon with a very good ability and some good stats. So let's check it out. Now, the first set that I would suggest here that kind of worked well in the past, or similar sets like this, was an Assault Vest set. Now, Rillaboom with Assault Vest gets some very nice special defense, and it's already got pretty good bulk. So looking at its stats, we've got 100 health, good. Nice attack stat, and reasonable speed. And good defense, and yeah, all the other stats are, kind of average there. So the abilities we got is Overgrow and Grassy Surge. Grassy Surge being a very, very nice hidden ability there. That'll actually definitely help out not only Rillaboom, but maybe some other Pokemon on your team that, want to get that extra boost or a little bit of extra healing. So I'm going to be rolling with its signature move, Drum Beating. So Drum Beating is 80 base power, and we've got a 100% chance to drop the opponent's speed by one stage. So that's a nice move, good base power, and it allows Rillaboom to outspeed, because 85 base speed is nothing, you're not exactly Sonic the Hedgehog, right? Now, I've got Drain Punch on there for any Steel-type Pokemon. I've got Fake Out for some chip damage at the start, and we've got Terra Blast Water. I thought could go well with this. So any Fire-type Pokemon sneaking in, you can go for a Terra Blast Water and surprise them. If I guess you'll definitely draw them out. So that's something you could go for there. Another one you could probably go for is like Terra Fighting. That's what I was thinking too, because say you got like any Steel-type Pokemon coming, you could go for a Terra Fighting, and you'll get a lot more power on Drain Punch, and which is going to lead to a lot more recovery on Rillaboom too. You could go Terra Grass if you just wanted more base power out of your Drum Beating, and Fake Out as well as there. You can have Fake Out and Normal Gem. That's another thing you could go for. I guess that's another option you could try, but I don't know, I probably wouldn't do that. Fake Out's just good for for finishing off Pokemon on a small amount of health, right? And it works well with Assault Vest. Now, another move you could possibly slide on this set, if we're speaking about Assault Vest, there's that Acrobatics. So I feel like Acrobatics could work well with Fake Out and, Fake Out and Acrobatics here with the Normal Gem. That's a possibility. And Knockoff. Knockoff is probably the other move. You got U-Turn. So U-Turn or Knockoff. Both of those moves are going to be reasonably handy to have. Now, you do have the Mighty Woodhammer in the Grassy Surge, or Grassy Terrain, which is going to do a lot of damage too. So there are those little options. Or you can opt for Hammer Arm, which is a little bit... Obviously, that's going to affect your speed. But if you're not worried about speed and you're running like max health and max attack, or very little speed, you can go for that for a lot more base power for sure. So Knockoff or U-Turn would probably work in this case too. Trying to think of anything else that would really, really work here. So I like Water. I'm going to say Water's something I would go for there for sure. Flying. So Flying. You could. So Flying is a bit of a problem, like Fire and Flying. And you've got Ice. You could have Terra Electric as well if you want to get around Fire. Any of those flying types. So there are a couple if you want to use that. And with Terra Electric, I guess you wouldn't have to worry too much about, anything really. Actually, that's not bad, because if you did Terra Electric, where are we? Terra Electric, you'd only be weak to ground. And if a ground type Pokemon comes in, you can slap them with a Drum Beating. So that's not all that bad. It actually isn't that bad. And it might be a bit of surprise as well. For say Gyarados comes in, you could surprise with Terra Blast Electric. And that'd be kind of cool. So just a couple of options there for the Terra for Rillaboom. Let's have a look at Rillaboom as a Choice Band, or I wrote Assault Vest there too, because this could work as... It's virtually similar. So I've got Jolly Nature, Max Attack and Max Speed EVs. Still Grassy Surge, Choice Bands. We've got Woodhammer, So with Woodhammer, Choice Band, and Grassy Surge, you're doing like really, really good damage there. Even stuff swapping into it is gonna take a very, very big hit. So like it's kind of like Tapu Bulu, I guess you could say. It's comparative to Tapu Bulu, except it's just grass type. Now, I've got Drain Punch, U-Turn, and Knock Off as the other moves here. And, U-Turn works good with choice items, so I'll recommend U-Turn there. Knock Off just for some... Knock Off's always a good move to get rid of an item and just coverage in general, right? So that would be how I'd run this Rillaboom here. As for Terra, I've given it Terra Grass. You give it Terra Fighting. I don't think I give it Terra Bug, or you can give it Terra Dark if you wanted to. That's another option. Or you could go one of these other ones like Terra. How about Terra? Terra Rock. I'm thinking actually Terra Rock. That's kind of good because Terra Rock would resist fire and flying. Ooh, that's cool. I mean, you might draw out another grass type Pokemon, but you could... Let's go Terra Blast. So Terra Blast over Knock Off. So hear me out here. We've got Terra Blast Rock. Resist the flying. That would be good. Resist the fire. That would probably draw out like grass type, and then you could U-turn the grass type. It's all right. That would work. That absolutely work. So, and if it's another like bad type match, I know Rock's not probably the greatest to swap into, but what's going to happen? A water type's going to come in and take you out. Well, you've got Woodhammer. So I would like Terra Rock. Actually, isn't all that bad. That's actually low key fire. I like that. All right, there you go. So Rillaboom does have a couple of ways of boosting its stats on the physical side with Sword Dance or Bulk Up. That's why I've written Sword Dance or Bulk Up there. So we've got Drum Beating, Drain Punch, Terra Blast, Water again. I like to run Lumberry on Sword Dance or Bulk Up sets, well, if they're sweeping sets, because Willow Mist can shut you down real quick. So Grassy Surge. I do have an Overgrowth set, but it's more of a meme set. So same sort of EVs there, Jolly and Max Attack. You really, really, really do need Jolly on Rillaboom. It's not very fast. Let's have a look at some more options here. So I've obviously we're sort of going into meme territory now. Those first three sets there are not too bad, I guess. We might have a look at a special set too, but I feel like this could definitely work in doubles or something, a variant like this. But I might make up a specialized doubles or VG set in a second. So Body Press, right? Well, we've got Grassy Seed, which is kind of nice, and we've got Bulk Up. So Grassy Seed is going to give you a +1 defense, Bulk Up to increase your defense and attack. And I've got Acrobatics, which is going to be kind of nice there for any like coverage. And we've got Trailblaze to boost speed. And, of course, a Grass Stab too. EV Spread, Max Health and Max Special Defense. This is going to give it all-round bulk. For argument's sake, you could just drop the Special Defense altogether. And you could give it Max Defense and Impersonation. That way, the Body Press would hit very, very hard for sure. Even just swapping in, you get a +1 in defense from Grassy Seed, and then you just proceed to Terra Fighting Body Press. So that's an option you can go for there, or however, I don't know, EV Spree you want to run. That is going to work. I just need a drink of water. Excuse me. So yeah, that's the Rillaboom Body Press variant you could have a look at. It's interesting because it's got a good defense stat. Like, defensive 90 is pretty good for sure. Okay. Now, Rillaboom is primarily a physical attacker, but let's have a look at a bit of a fun set there for a special attacker. Now, I think the raid one, I reckon I'm doing this video before the raid Rillaboom comes out, but for sure it's probably going to have Boom Burst. So I was like, let's do a special set for this. So we got a Throat Spray Boom Burst set to increase its special attack. We got Focus Mist for fighting, Terra type fighting, Giga Drain for just grass coverage, and we got some recovery, and we got Snarl as well. Now, Snarl could activate the Throat Spray at the same time. Max Special Attack and Max Speed, Modest Nature. We kind of need Modest because, well, yeah, Rillaboom's Special Attack is it's pretty garbage, So that's an option you could definitely use if you want to. If you want to run something different than just a typical Rillaboom set, you've got a specialized option here. I don't know, or you could go something like Choice Specs or something like that. Now, Rillaboom, I was thinking with the loaded dice item, how about Bullet Seed, because we've got really, this is going to be more powerful than drum beating. Actually, I want to compare this. So, what is this? So, loaded dice is going to hit 4 times minimum, right? So, that's 100 base power. That's 100 base power, and you could possibly roll the 5th one, which is 125 base power. Now, Woodhammer is 120 power, and you've got 33 recoil. This has virtually no drawbacks at 100 base power, and it hits multiple times as well. That's pretty good. I'm not saying it's as good as like the Grassy Glide set or anything like that. I know that, but compare it to that, that's actually pretty good. And if you get a 125 power there under the Grassy Surge, and that's going to do a lot of damage. Like anything neutral is going to get hit hard. Super effectives, I'd say, would probably die unless they've got a lot of boost up. So that's kind of something to think about. And if you had a Sword Dance up first, holy moly, it's going to be doing a lot of damage. Obviously, steel types will probably encourage to swap into this. You've got Drain Punch there for recovery. And I've given this one Terra Electric. So Terra Electric as a bit of a different move. So I guess I thought that, well, I'm only going to be weak to ground types. What are they going to do? Send in a ground type Pokemon and get hit by Bullet Seed? So that's kind of what I was thinking there. So unfortunately, there's no other moves that really work with loaded dice that Rillaboom gets on the physical side. EV Spread had to give it Jolly Nature and Max Attack. So there you go. I would say any sticky web support for that set would be good. Any sort of like entry as it's like, it's not a very, very fast Pokemon to say the least. Now, let's have a look at some... I'm thinking of some good partners for Rillaboom. Of course, the mighty Dondozo comes to mind straight away. So, Dondozo is going to be great because that'll be able to swap into any of those pesky fire moves and even flying moves to an extent as well. So, that's a good partner. I'll suggest a good partner there for Rillaboom. Let's have a look at some doubles there. I'm interested in doubles there. Okay. If we can even, like, cobble one together. So we're going to go with the physical set, of course. Yeah. You could go with either Drum Beating or Woodhammer. Look, take your pick at a grass move. So Drum Beating or Woodhammer. It's not too easy. I'd probably have Fake Out, absolutely. Drum Beating, Fake Out is always good. Now, you might be able to couple that in with Acrobatics. Like, for opposing fighting type Pokemon or grass Pokemon, that could work. I don't want to run any like ground type moves or anything. So we got Hammer Arm. That could be alright. How about Trick Room? Gets Earthquake as well, but you got to watch when you run grassy terrain. Obviously, it's going to, powering stuff down. You have to really watch that. And obviously with Earthquake as well, you also have to watch watch how you're playing that. So I don't know if I go Earthquake. Let's go physical moves there for a start. U-turn. Yeah, it's okay with U-turn. I don't know, like Grassy Surge and U-turn might be okay because you've got, like, say if that runs out, you can always reset it with the U-turn and you can always reset Fake Out. So I'd go Drum Beating, Fake Out, U-turn. Just getting the right, the right kind of moves. I know what sort of EV spread I'm thinking about. You can either run this bulky. I'd probably run this like tanky. There's a couple of things you can do. And we want low kick. You've got either the option of low kick, drain punch, or hammer arm. Let's go hammer arm. Let's say this is a Trick Room Rillaboom. All you Trick Room users out there. So, Trick Room, we'll go for 0 IVs. Beautiful stuff. So, yeah, we've got Drum Beating, Fake Out, U-turn, Hammer Arm. Honestly, I would just slap an Assault Vest onto that. That's going to be really quite good. You could have something unique like Ability Shield as well, or you've got Covert Cloak, Assault Vest, like any of those items I can see. Grassy Seed. That would just give you more bulk, so I don't see them being any bad items at all. So that's probably what I would go for there. You can whack it into defense or special defense. So yeah, that's not a bad doubles VGC style set. I mean, look, I miss having it. Its main signature move on there, Grassy Glide, because you could virtually have Fake Out and Grassy Glide. You wouldn't even need Drum Beating at all. So That's another thing. I probably wouldn't run drum. Now I'm thinking of it. I probably wouldn't run drum beating on a Trick Room set because you'd be dropping their speed. I was just talking about in general before, but for a specific Trick Room set, you've got Seed Bomb and Wood Hammer. That's about it. So Seed Bomb and Wood Hammer, or you could go my Bullet Seed strategy with loaded dice. You could do that, and you could have 100 base power every single time. That's nice. How about that? So that could be something used for doubles. So you got Fake Out, Clap Them Cheeks, and then go for Bullet Seed. I'd preferably run this under Trick Room. Let's say, for example, you're not going to run it under Trick Room. Let's adjust the EVs for a start. So we'll give it Jolly. I would probably opt to go for Drum Beating over Bullet Seed then, because you can, you can drop that. And I'd go Assault Vest, Ability Shield, Covert Cloak, any of those, Grassy Seed, any of those kind of items would be quite good there on Rillaboom, because it's got up to plus, swapping and getting +1 to defense is nice. And I'd probably, if a Grassy Seed, damn, I'd probably even try and go for Body Press, because that'd be okay. That wouldn't be too bad if after a +1 in defense. So that's your options there, or you could have Drain Punch. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, so there's a lot of options there for doubles, or then thoughts on doubles as well, and then singles. I'm trying to make the best of Rillaboom here. While we've got it, it is a very big shame that it doesn't get those moves. So let's do some last minute thoughts here on Rillaboom. So let's go for its stats. Okay. So it does have Leech Seed, so you might be able to run some sort of defensive wall stalling set. Leech Seed and Grassy Terrain is very, very nice recovery. So, I guess we could go. How about this? So, Bulk Up, Leech Seed, Grassy Surge. Gonna make this one Body Press. Don't mind that. Let's have a look at its physical again. So we've got Body Press, Leech Seed, Bulk Up. Does it get any forms of healing? No, it does. Outside of, outside of course, Leech Seed. Even Protect, that'd be okay. I know you're going to get walled by Ghosts, but... Or... how much should we got? We got Drain Punch as well, but once again, we're going to get walled. Bullet Seed. If it was special, you could go Giga Drain, but, yeah. I'm thinking probably... anything, we got Drum Beating, Drain Punch... I guess you could go Drum Beating, but that would be okay, because you still got some decent base power. That could work. Knock Off Utility, Bulldoze. That could work as well. Just, obviously, you could even go Protect. You could actually even go Protect if you really, really wanted to. How about this? 3 forms of recovery. Okay. I don't mind that. So, okay. Body Press. See, look, with Bulk Up, I feel that's probably a waste. Does it have Iron Defense? Okay, we're going to go full defensive wall here. So, that's not bad. That actually has some really, really, really good bulk to it. I'm not saying it's, invincible, but that is good bulk. And then we can make it, I'd be inclined to make it either fighting... fighting, normal... Something that would resist everything too, like electric, shit like that. I'd go for that. Any of those kind of ones there. So normal, electric. They'd only have one weakness. So that's what I would go for there. So that's not bad, because you could get the Leech Seed up. You've got Grassy Surge going, or you could even go Terrain Extender if you really wanted that grass to go. But I think over time, Leftovers would outclass Terrain Extender. So yeah. So there you go. Some more things to think about. I guess it's more of a variant to this Body Press set that I come up with earlier. Okay. So some more little looks here. Status boost. Yeah, we've gone over pretty much everything here. Taunt, I believe it's too slow to be a Taunt Pokemon. Interesting. Gets Noble Roar, so you could... I guess you could use Noble Roar and Throat Spray as well if you wanted a bit of a mix. So Noble Roar, Throat... Actually, that's kind of low-key fire, because you could have Noble Roar, drop the opponent's special... and attack, get your special attack boost, and then, be able to leave attacks a lot better. And then go for a ginormous Boom Burst. So there you go. That's its status moves. We've gone over its physical, pretty much all over its physical moves here. I don't think there's much else I can talk about. Oh, Stomping Tantrum. You might be able to use that for steel types there if you're worried about missing with... Wow, what would you be worried about missing with? There's not much you'd probably miss with. Never mind, there's not a lot you can miss with here. You'd have to be missing Hammer Arm. So like Hammer Arm and Stomping Tantrum, but that's not really going to miss too often. So yeah, you got other options here. How about an acrobatic set? How about like a Wish Roaring Moon? Here we go. We're going to go Wish Roaring Moon. So we're going to, when I say wish, I mean that crappy website. So we've got Flying, Fake Out, Normal Gem. Incredible. Absolutely incredible stuff here. Probably not. I'd like to have a Sword Dance up, but I don't like Sword Dance and Fake Out. It's pretty bad, so... Yeah, you could do something like this, but unfortunately you're lacking like D-Dance, so you can't really get rid of it. So, I don't know, I'm just trying to think of like weird things you could do with Rillaboom here. I think that could be it. That's pretty much it for Rillaboom. Yep. I'd say that's pretty much it for Rillaboom. I've sort of gone over everything you can. Unfortunately, like for Scarlet and Violet, it takes a fat L because he misses out on its... Pretty much Grassy Glide was like made for Rillaboom. It really was. So that's very, very unfortunate. And yeah, it can sort of still be okay as an Assault Vest Choice Band Pokemon, but lacking that priority under grassy terrain is a very big loss. It definitely is. So I feel like it's not going to get a lot of use because of that. But I feel like I put my best foot forward there and given some pretty good sets there as best as I can for Rillaboom. A little bit of fun sets, some good thoughts on doubles and stuff like that too. You know, different sort of sets. If you could think of any other Rillaboom sets or anything like to add to this, please let me know in the comment section. Once again, I always enjoy reading people's sets or comments or thoughts and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. If you found this video helpful, if you like the series, you want to support it, drop a like on the video. Tell me a Pokemon you'd like to see next. We're pretty much through everything now, all the Gen 9 Pokemon, the Hisuian ones. So, I thought we could maybe have a look at a couple of legendary Pokemon. It could be something interesting. You never know, like some interesting sets for them. That's about it, people. Hope you enjoyed today's video. I shall catch you next time. Peace out.